Hey, 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 happy Monday. Month of May almost all gone. Kind of crazy Memorial Day. Happy Memorial Day. Um, Kudos and honors and prayers and blessings to those that have stood up for our freedom to be able to say whatever we want. Have people in my family, I'm sure you do too. So just a little bit of recognition today and not just make it be about a crazy bunch of partying and barbecue. So tonight's going to be kind of a crazy welcome to the Angel show. I had a whole nother show prepared, and man, some really crazy events have happened this last week. So I pretty much came up with a brand new game plan about 4 or 5 hours ago. So we'll see what happens. And as you can see, we've got some musical activity here. We're going to test this out. It'll be our permission to suck night and work out the bugs. So please, if you get a chance, give me some feedback on how it sounds and how you're digging it. So, Mr. Decker, would you bring up those crystal picks from last week, please? So we did the sigil thing last week and talked about the abundance crystal, but I shot some really great pictures and activated it and kind of got to see how it worked with combining some of those. Yeah, rock on through. Yeah, that one. No, go back. Yeah, I don't like those pink ones, man. I want to be able to see the sigils. So the sigils really combine into other things altogether, and the energy from these has really been kind of crazy. Yeah, there you go. So each one of those sides is a different aspect of abundance. And as you can see, there's a sigil running down from the thing that looks like a four. And then the four is combined, and that's another sigil in the center. And I mirrored it. And now it's like a whole nother thing. So I've been experimenting with this. And I have to say, like the day after I charged it up, I got like 5 readings coming in. And there's a few things on the horizon that looks like it's actually going to work. Yeah, I love that one. These are all pretty cool. Yeah, this one is another one. The way all of the sigils wound up combining into those 3 different faces, and then the top face as well. What's going on? Really energetic. I love the way the resin. Oh yeah, yeah. They are so alive. They really are. Yeah. So we're probably going to be playing with this one for another couple months. Oh, yeah. The face at the top of that, and one of those little sparkly, like uh, white little sparkles around the top of it. I have no idea what those are. I'm going to try to figure it out because I'd like to do it some more. I think they look pretty cool. Um, yeah. So we'll be playing with this bad boy a little bit more, and then we're going to offer it up for sale. I'd love for someone to be able to get it and experiment with it, and start, gathering some research with multiple sources, trying them out. So very cool. All right. So tomorrow night on Be in the Light, super excited. I've got Raphael Kamensky, my longtime comrade and brother in arms, so to speak, in the astral world. We go back a long way. He was really super instrumental. I met him through my tarot deck, and he helped me get the second edition all like up to speed. He proofread that thing like a beast, and very, very, very bright guy. We're going to be talking about. On the heels of sigils, we're going to be talking about symbols and what we see around each other, and some of the origins of those symbols and what they actually mean. And we'll also be discussing sound and the way sound waves work and the way certain languages seem to be kind of energetically alive, Hebrew among them. And I got into cymatics about 10 years ago with my erstwhile companion Brannon, and it's it's a form of seeing an actual sound wave and how that works. And we took a big bass speaker and wrapped some cellophane over the top of it. He hooked it up to an old stereo thing, and we just boomed out different frequencies and poured sand on the top of the cellophane and watched what happened, how the sand divided and went into different spaces. And actually, each one of those frequencies had a really unique signature, and it did that every single time. And recently, I was made aware of some research on the Hebrew alphabet, and that in toning the Hebrew alphabet, those letters have cymatic signatures as well, kind of like boosting the idea that they are in fact alive. And that same mode was tried with English and some other derivative languages, and that did not happen. So I think Sanskrit was in there, a couple of other things, some of the root languages that so many languages have sprung from. So anyway, look for us tomorrow night, Tuesday night at 8 o'clock on YouTube, and we should have a really lively discussion. Have some questions, man. Raphael's really brilliant. I don't want to make his head too big, but I'd love talking to him, man. He always has got some crazy stuff, and he's involved in some podcasts too that really dig deep into secret societies and stuff like that. So he knows a lot about that. Look forward to seeing you. I was talking. Oh, first of all, I want to say hey to Spectra, Lady Jagger, Swamp Water Healing. What up, Rick Midler? How are you, my buddy? And of course, Michael's in live stream of consciousness. Matt, what's up, my brother? I've really been digging the guests you've been having on, and I'd love to talk to you about the event you just put on. And Michael does a really great podcast on Thursday evenings at 9 o'clock called The Live Stream of Consciousness. And he's been doing it for a long time, and the list of guests he's had on there are pretty crazy. You should go scope out the site, go dig into some of the historical stuff too, man, because it's really good content. So glad to see you all. Glad to see you all show up, and I'm looking forward to this evening. So I've had pretty much everybody in my surrounding circles is going through some sort of warfare thing, some really deep trauma thing, some emotional thing, a few physical things like divorce and that kind of stuff. I have a good friend who was sitting at a traffic light late in the week last week, and somebody drove up next to her and shot her with a pellet gun and like hit her in the shoulder and had to go to the hospital, and it was a thing. So there just seems to be, and there's some pretty crazy astrological energy going on right now too. So there seems to be a bunch of people in need of some shielding skills. So we're going to divert and go into some really deep shielding skills tonight. We're going to do a breathing exercise that generates energy. And, if you haven't paid attention to any other nonsense I've been putting forth, this is probably one of the most useful things for you. Okay, well, it seems like they wanted to give a little extra emphasis to the fact that this is a really useful technique. I don't know. You turn on the news, you go out, crowds of people. You look around in the grocery store, it's like, man, in every direction that you're kind of getting bombarded these days. And knowing how to protect yourself and keep your environment like pristine and safe and clear of negative goo of any kind, really super useful. So let's see here. I think we'll just jump right in. We're gonna start with an energy cleansing and a nice little charge up, and then we'll get into the shielding and grounding and making that happen. All right. So everybody get kind of centered, and we're going to take 3 really deep cleansing breaths. You're going to go in through your nose and out through your mouth. And when you pull in with your diaphragm, not just your chest, and get it as deep as you possibly can. When you think you can't pack any more in there, take another little, just try to get a little extra in there. And then on the out, you're going to go out through your mouth. And when you go out through your mouth, you want to give it some pressure and push and use your energy to really push. And when it feels like, okay, I'm done, and you're not making any more sound, make sure you give it a little extra oomph behind it and get it all out of there, okay? And as we're doing these 3 cleansing breaths, I want you to leave all the goo that you've got going on in the world alone and put it down. And with each time, just relax your body and focus more and more on being in the moment and being right here and fully present right now. All the other stuff will be waiting later. Okay. All right. So let's begin. Inhale. Really deep. Exhale. We push. Inhale. Use your diaphragm. Pack it in. Exhale. Into the nose. One more. All right. Much to my amazement and gratification, I've been in contact with some people that are actually practicing and kind of building on this. So super happy. Hey, Jilly, welcome to the show. Always glad to see you, baby. So I want you to go inside your body, close your eyes, and I want you to imagine a very small little spinning sphere of energy, like a little mini sun happening right in the center of your body. And with your attention and your intent, I want you to reach out to all of the energy in your body, all 360, all the way around. And with each deep breath that you take, I want you to be drawing that energy into the sphere in your center. Okay? Now, the goal here is to get all of the energy in your body focused in that one place, everything. Keep drawing in your energy. As the ball gets bigger, you can draw more energy. Spinning and drawing in energy with itself now. Okay, it's getting bigger, bigger. Okay, now you've got a little mini sun right in your solar plexus. And it's bubbling energy, just like the surface of the sun. And with your intent, you're going to push that energy out 360 degrees into your light body and make your light body brighter. Push. Close your eyes and see yourself getting brighter. Each time you're glowing more. Love this. Your well of energy is endless. One more really nice push. Make it hard and light it up like Broadway. All right. We're going to start cleaning up some gookie here now today. I'm going to create some sacred space, and we're going to get all bright and fresh. With the light of the source. I clean this space. I make this place pure. With the light of the source. I make this place pure. With the light of the source. I banish and clean this space. And make this place pure. Okay, your energy is all bright. Your aura is all glowing. I want you to just start with your attention and your actual energy and scrape through your aura as we go through each one of the bands, just removing anything that doesn't belong there, any little black spots in your second band, any kind of negative entity that's attached, any kind of energetic negativity at all. Okay, first band, our fire band. It's your energetic interface between the upper astral and your personal bands. I ground any negative energy of any kind, of my own construction or anyone else's, in this frequency or any other. I ground any negative energy of any kind, of my own construction or anyone else's, in this frequency or any other. I ground any negative energy of any kind, of my own construction or anyone else's, in this frequency or any other. All right, now take that and start from the top and just scrape it. Push it all the way down your body. I like to stand most of the time. Push everything down right into the earth. Go back as many times as you need to. You'll feel a difference when it's all clear. Nothing that doesn't belong to you. This is the big one this week now. This is your water band, your emotional band, and this is where every reaction you have to every little bit of input you get in your waking life, in your dream life, in your subconscious. Everything is always causing ripples and things happening, and negative things show up and cause little spots and little stuff, so it's just really good to just scrape through that, take all of that stuff out. Like you take a shower every day. You go out in the world, you get dirty, and you come home and you take a bath and you clean that stuff up. And this is the same love and care that you're giving to your energetic body that you give to your physical body. All right. So, ground any negative emotional goo, my own construction or anyone else's, in this frequency or any other. I ground any emotional negative goo of my own construction or anyone else's in this frequency or any other. I ground any negative emotional goo of my own construction or anyone else's in this frequency or any other. Disappointment, resentment, anger, rage, shock, betrayal, aloneness, deep grief, emotional attachments of any kind, emotional attachments, man, they're just like everywhere. Emotional attachments of any kind, of my own construction or anyone else's. Anger, rage, desperation, apathy. I ground any emotional goo of my own construction or anyone else's in this frequency or any other. Wow, I needed that. If you're feeling especially gooky, take your hands all the way down to your feet, slap it on the ground. I love to do this barefoot too, right? All right, we're going to move to the air band, the mental band. It's where thoughts and information and that kind of thing lives, all right? I ground any ineffective negative mental goo of my own construction or anyone else's in this frequency or any other. I ground any negative mental goo of my own construction or anyone else's in this frequency or any other. I ground any negative mental goo of my own construction or anyone else's in this frequency or any other. Hang around your head when you do this. I ground any unused patterned energy, old debris, unfulfilled patterns. Ground any negative thoughts of any kind, obsessive thinking, circle thinking, negative thoughts sent to others, negative thoughts sent to you. Gossip. Don't do it. Gossip. All right. I know I'm doing the full boat version of this tonight, but I think a lot of us need it, me included. All right, we're now to the earth band, and that's where the material world lives. That's where things come into manifestation, and that's where your material life exists. All right, so we're going to ground any negative blockages in the material world, my own construction or anyone else's, in this frequency or any other. I ground any and all material blockages of my own construction or anyone else's in this frequency or any other. I ground any material blockages. Wow, didn't want me to say that. I ground any material blockages of my own construction or anyone else's in this frequency or any other. I ground any blockages related to my home and environment, my place of safety. Any blockages related to my home and my place of safety. I ground any blockages related to my job and my way of sustaining myself. I ground any blockages in any direction, material blockages in any direction related to my job and my way of sustaining myself. I ground any blockages related to finances, any blockages in any direction related to cash. Open a free flow, unimpeded, a free flow, unimpeded. Ground any material blockages related to finance. Super important. I ground any negative blockages related to health, my physical health. Any blockages, any kinked up flows of energy. Any places where energy is stalled, free flowing, regenerating and rejuvenating. I ground any material blockages to the forward progress of any of my plans in the material world. I ground any negative blockages to my material plans manifesting in the material world. Okay, since we're going full boat, and this was sort of a request from a couple people who got whacked. I hate it when people use magic to hurt other people. We're going to do a fifth one that relates to negative things sent to us, okay? I banish and clean this space. Make this place pure. I banish, clean this space. Make this place pure. I banish, clean this space. I make this place pure. I ground any ill intent, intentional harm, curses, black magic of any kind intentional or unintentional. I break any curses, intentional or unintentional. I break any curses, intentional or unintentional. Okay, should be all sparkly, clean, and pretty, all pristine. Let's try to keep it that way, at least for the hour. Always a challenge, I know. All right, we are going to do a breathing exercise. We're getting ready to do the shielding thing, right? And the shielding thing and like the grounding and all that, even though I'm talking about negative stuff, it seems focused on that. It really isn't about trouble or anything like that. It's just the fact that there's positive and negative energy everywhere, and that just keeping your energy pristine is really, really, really good. It's like shielding. It's like putting on a pair of shoes in the morning. Like your energy shield is kind of like your coat, and you go out in the world. I mean, you don't want to walk out barefoot across a parking lot with a bunch of broken glass. No. But, the broken glass was not malicious or demonic or there to hurt you. It's just broken glass laying on the thing. And it's your responsibility to take protection and cover yourself up. And that's what the shielding thing is all about. Let's see what we have here. Hey, Chili. Wow, with your niece, Leah. Here you go. All right. We're going to do a breathing sequence that is really great for generating energy. Normally, when we're doing our guided meditations, we're kind of like going deep and getting really quiet and zoning that out. We will be focused, but what we're going to do is generate a buttload of energy to use to shield and practice and play with. Okay. And this sequence is a 5-3-3 sequence. Okay. And it will start with a sequence of 5 really deep breaths and out in through the nose and out through the mouth without sound. You don't really want to push that hard on the out. Okay. And I'll guide you through all 5 of those. So it'd be in, exhale. All right. And then we will do 3 really quick intakes. So and then another series of 3, but really deep. And this time go, give it some sound. Okay. So that's the sequence. 5 deep, no sound, 3 short, 3 deep with sound. Okay. We're going to do 3 sequences of those. So this is the first time I've done this on the podcast. So bear with me here. Okay. All right. Get all nice and centered. Here we go. Inhale really deeply. Out through the mouth. Inhale. Nice and deep. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Really deep. Exhale. 3 quick breaths. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. exhale. Inhale, exhale. 3 long breaths with sound. Inhale, deep, blast it. I use my arm and push with energy when I'm doing that. Inhale, deep, exhale. One more. Inhale, exhale. 5 deep, no sound. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, nice and deep. Exhale. Inhale, use your diaphragm. Deep, exhale. Inhale, deep, exhale. 3 shorts. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. 3 deep, sound. Inhale. Inhale. Deep. Let me hear it. Inhale. Exhale. Let me hear it. Back to 5. Last sequence. Inhale. Deep. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Really deep. Exhale. Inhale. Use your diaphragm. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. 3 shorts. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. 3 long with sound. Inhale. Deep. Hear it. Inhale. Really pack it in. Exhale. Last one. Inhale. Make it count. Okay, man, I am jacked to the max. All right, no shielding. First of all, you need to consider how you shield yourself, okay? All right, so you've gotten that really badass sun going on in your solar plexus. That's your power source. That's the place you're centered. That's where all possibilities are, all potential, like right there at your fingertips. That energy is pure, creative potential for you to do with whatever you want. Okay. So there are as many different kinds of shields, and as you use them and get used to it, you'll evolve into your own version of it, which I'll be happy to see and share it with you. This one is going to be a general overall shield. Okay. There are a couple kinds of shields. There's an overall general shield that pretty much just blocks everything out and keeps you in a nice little protected cocoon. That's really good for going out places where you might encounter gooky stuff, or you're going over to you run into people that that you're going to have an interaction with. You can get ready and set up for that, and that bounces most of that stuff that attaches to you away, or all of it, actually, if you do a really good job. So the downside to that is that with an overall general shield, you block everything out. So over the years, I've developed using filters, and those are really great. And as your energy awareness increases and you start doing work with auras, and you can reach out and touch people's energies, you don't actually have to see their energy to be able to reach out and get it. You can grab a little energy fingerprint, a little energy signature, and everybody has as unique an energy signature as there are fingerprints. No two are alike. So you can pull that that little bit of information, put that in your third band and your information band, and then just light that up and make that be a filter and a shield just for that particular frequency. And I like to do that. I've got a little buildup of a number of different kinds of filters and types of energies I want to block out of my field, but it still leaves me open to all the goodness and the angels talking to me and receiving back and forth from my friends, with brain waves and stuff, and it makes all that stuff available. So we'll get into that part of it later, but we're going to start right now with the overall general shield. And if you can, be standing up for this. Okay. I would normally stand up, but then you just see my stomach, which is not that good. All right. So, your energy body extends, 2 or 3 feet on a normal zone around you. So what you're going to do is you're going to take that energy in your solar plexus, and you're going to use a little piece of it, and you are going to program that energy with your intent to create a protective shield around you that blocks out any negative energy of any kind. Okay? And just get really nice and concentrated. A great metaphor for focusing your concentration is to think about a magnifying glass and how that thing works in the sun. And you see that light come in, it gets down to a little point, and when it gets to a perfect little point that's focused, poof, bursts into flames. That's a really great visual metaphor to be thinking about, using that visual with your mind and your intent. All right, so let's just program a little bit of that energy right now. It's going to be a protective bubble of energy extending about 3 feet around me in 360 degrees, all directions, impervious to any negative energy of any kind. Impervious to negative energy of any kind. A protective shield, impervious to any energy, negative energy of any kind. All right, now from your solar plexus, take that energy with your intent and your force and push it outside. And as it's moving outside you, just imagine your little bubble. your steel impervious little bubble just extending out. And you can make it go as far as you want. I like keeping mine like close and contained. I don't like it bumping into people. Okay, now, there are a lot of people that there's many different ways to color that and tone that energy as there are, and if you want to surround yourself with white light, if you want to surround yourself with crackly blue electric energy, which is one of my personal favorites, um, because of my own color, um, you can have that be solid steel, whatever you visualize that makes you feel safe. Use that visual and construct that in your astral, and just keep pushing that out. And I always get this little ding in my solar plexus when it's done, like the photographs, like all of it. The charge up. I get goosebumps, but like I get that ding in my solar plexus too. All right, now you've got yourself all like covered up, but you're still living in your space. And there's, you're living in an apartment complex. There's people all around you. This is super good. You're going to take that energy in your solar plexus and you're going to stand in the center of your room facing east. It'd be best if it's a big house. You want to be in the center of your house. If you want to get really fanatical about it, you go room by room. My apartment's not big enough to worry about it, so I just stand in the middle of the apartment. And this is going to be a version or an evolution of an old Western occult thing called the Lesser Banishing Ritual of the Pentagram. Okay. The pentagram's gotten really bad rap as like being some witchcraft thing and satanic and all that. But what it really is a graphic symbol, just like we were talking last week about sigils, and the construction of that symbol elicits protection. That's why sheriffs wear it. That's why you see that in a lot of different places where it's somebody with authority that's taking care of you and providing protection. That's what that is all about. Okay. And the banishing version of it that we start with starts at the lower bottom, the left side, and that represents earth. As you go up to the top, that's spirit. You go down to the right, and that's earth. You go up to the left, and that's water. You go over to the right, and that's fire, and you close the circle back at earth. So it's all four of the active elements and spirit, which combines them all and binds them together. So you're using all of those elemental energies to keep the place clean and keep the place safe. Okay. So you're going to be facing east and you're going to stand in the middle of your room. And you hear me do this a lot. I do this almost every show. You can develop your own version of this as well. And that's with the light of the source. I banish and clean this space. I make this place pure. And you want to do that 3 times in every direction while you're making the pentagram. Okay, let's see. How can I do this so this makes sense? Yes. Okay, so you're going to start from your left foot, pointing down at your left foot, and you're going to come up to your head, and that's spirit, and you're going to go down to your right foot, and that's earth. You're going to go up across. You're making the pentagram right now, and you're going to come across to fire, and then close it back again. Okay. And you want to do that 3 times, and you're projecting it like a movie projector in the theater, right? You're projecting that star from the floor all the way to the ceiling. From one end of the wall, you're taking it like a laser beam of light, and you're just scraping across the wall and coating it with your energy. Ooh, so good, man. I love the way this makes me feel. All right. So, and you want to do all 4 directions. Okay. So here we go. Facing east, the start. I banish and clean this space. I make this place pure. I banish and clean this space. I make this place pure. With the light of the source, I banish and clean this space. I make this place pure. And then you're going to do a quarter turn. The light of the source, I banish and clean this space. I make this place pure. With the light of the source, I banish and clean this place. I make this place pure. With the light of the source, I banish and clean this space. I make this place pure. Another quarter turn. I banish and clean this space. I make this place pure. I banish and clean this space. I make this place pure. I banish and clean this space. I make this place pure. Quarter turn, banish and clean this space. Make this place pure. I banish and clean this space. I make this place pure. With the light of the source, I banish and clean this space. I make this place pure. Back to center and do the floor. Banish and clean this space. I make this place pure. Up to the top, I banish and clean this space. I make this place pure. Go in a counterclockwise spiral down to a point. Close it. All right, man. All right, so now you've coated the entire inside of your house with a nice little crackly blue protective little shielding. And stuff doesn't get in, random things going by. It just makes you just so pristine and safe. It's a great place to practice. You know, it's not just that negative things are going to do bad stuff to you. You know, when you're trying to practice and trying to do energy work and you're trying to meditate, having an environment that is really just pristine and clean, super, 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 super helpful and enjoyable as well. Okay, man. So I have been yakking, and I've almost used up the show. So obviously we're going to go longer. But I still have stuff to say. So, okay, here we go. Oh, we're gladly coming together again for our energy exercises and our shared communal energy in the light. We create sacred space and invite our angels and the spirit of the source to be with us this evening. We ask that you give us eyes to see, ears to hear, and a mind to understand. With gratitude, unconditional love, and a wish for bliss to the source, we say thank you. All right, Mr. Decker, why don't we talk about our card? It's a good one. The Angel of Fame and Renown. How can you not just be happy about this one already? And number 22, it's a very special angel, yeah. Yeiayel, yeah, it's a hard one to say. Love is not a business transaction. You know, I can't tell you how many times I've heard, you know, if you love me, you'll do. You are being overbearing and placing conditions on your love. You are a true extremist. You work too hard or you play too hard, and you must now learn balance. Be aware when the world begins changing, when what was good begins to cause pain, the loss of happiness, the failure of a friendship or disillusionment, when you find that your friends did not support you when you needed them. Never dwell on what is happening. Turn around and focus all your energies in a new direction. Experience your emotions completely. Go through them. Once the grieving is over and the pain subsides, pull yourself up and take charge of your life again. Create. Immerse yourself in new interests. No more pity parties. There's a lot still to do. There's a lot still to do. And you know who I'm talking to. You have much yet to accomplish. Share the richness of your feelings in ways that support, comfort, and motivate other people. This will manifest tangible abundance for you. Yeah, amazing angel. This angel is also connected to the Three of Cups, which is one of the happiest cups or cards in the tarot deck. And it is about this celebration at the wedding ceremony where two people have come together and actually fallen in love and committed to each other and are moving forward. And this is a celebration that honors that connection. So super awesome, super awesome. Hey, Jilly, I saw you asking for, yeah, I saw you asking for readings. Happy to do it. Yeah. You may, we're already out of time, so just bear with me because I've got some music stuff I want to share too. I may get into more of this later next week, but this, we were doing, Jacob, could you bring up the page that had the sigils with the planetary squares on it that had the diagram for the numerology correspondence, please, if you could find that? I've been doing numbers for a long time, and numbers correspond to different letters, and those numbers also have correspondences to musical notes. So each name, each word has kind of an intrinsic musical sequence. Is it the only one? I know. Well, probably not. Is it one of them? Yes, absolutely. And I used this method for doing the angel show. No, my brother, it's the other one, man. It's the one that has a little chart on it. I'm sorry. So the opening to this show, dun, 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 like those notes are the notes of the words and letters of the angel channel. And tomorrow night on Be in the Light, the same thing with that, right? So I started messing around with doing the names of the angel, and this week, let's see. Yeah, we're looking at the angel Yeiayel, and so the Y is a 7, the E is a 5, the I is a 9, the A is a 1, which would be a C, the Y is another 7, the E is a 5, the L is a 3. Now those have correspondences. Yeah, here we go. Those have correspondences to musical notes. The way the keyboard is laid out, there are 8. This is C. That's an octave. So there are 8 whole notes in between there. So if you take those numerological correspondences to the letter and you have a 3, that's an E. That's the third note in the C scale. So using that mindset, I put together a couple of little sequences for this particular angel, and I'm hoping you can hear this. That's the word yo-yo, and this is angel. So we got to put some strings on. Oh, wow. Yeah. Oh, God. Music makes me so happy. It's such food for the soul, man. Anyway, let me know how that sounded if anybody could actually hear that, okay? Lady Jagger, Three of Cups. Yeah, that's a crazy, right? I'd like, I don't know about you, but that's hard. You know, you said that's Lady Jagger. You said that outside was meant for you. You know what's really bizarre about this whole like show as it keeps going and going and going and going? Like every reading winds up becoming like I'm getting ready to do a thing for Debbie and for Leah, and they're specific to that, and I connect to them and their energy. But it seems like we all have like this vortex happening too. Like after the sacred space gets made, we all kind of connect, and it seems like they have validity for everybody, and that seems to just kind of be amplifying. All right, so I'm going to get quiet. And hey, Jilly, is Leah there? If she is, have her really concentrate and imagine standing right in front of my face, and we're just looking at each other in the eyes. And if she has a specific question, ask her to focus on that really hard. Focus harder. Words of wisdom for my friend Leah. Words of wisdom for my friend Leah. Words of wisdom for my friend Leah. Never forget to add the juice. All right, Mr. Decker, number 9, if you would, the angel of divine mercy and forgiveness. Yeah, this is the 6 of Pentacles. 6 of Pentacles, good card. You get some charity from somebody that can afford to give it to you. Just a nice little gift. Not a huge amount of money, but a little. Yeah. Aziel. Success through skill and material accomplishment. A joyous air surrounds you. Wonderful events are beginning to unfold. You are about, no, thank you. You're about to say, okay. That's like the gremlin that like made my keyboard play. All right. Wonderful events are beginning to unfold. You're about to savor the sweet fruit of your lengthy, hard labor. Stop worrying. You will receive what is rightfully yours. The bread thrown on the water of life will come back threefold. You are gifted with success in relationships, achieved a generous soul, and the sharing of your unconditional love and resources. Love is the cup that never ever runs dry. Know that it is the infinite fountain. Immerse yourself in the success of creating those things which have deep passion and inspiration for you. Build a team of quality people and combine your resources together. Create an alliance of power and success. Organize, co-create, make things happen by using all available means. The sum of the whole is greater than the parts. That is so true. All right, Leah, there you go. All right, and Doreen. Again, Doreen, concentrate really hard. Yeah, look in my eyes, in your mind. Okay. Sometimes they're quiet as I shuffle. Sometimes they yap a lot. Okay. Words of wisdom. Words of wisdom from my friend Doreen. Words of wisdom from my friend Doreen. Words of wisdom from my friend Doreen. Number 60, the angel of intellectual reparation, Mitzrael. Yeah, we're looking at the Four of Pentacles on that. That's like solid, good financial foundation, enough that you've squirreled away. Yeah, and the planet for this is the sun. You let your emotions fly the second you feel them without a moment to contemplate the consequences. Wow, I don't know anything about that. Emotional excess, nor do I know anything about that. Now the energy has been released. Your cards are played. Begin to organize your life and gain some stability. Balance your emotions with your mind and spirit. Allow yourself to experience generosity and freedom as you begin to give your life some structure. Honor your inner and outer limits now. Using the material as an illusion for security is a false methodology. Once you have become balanced and stable within yourself, having found the security within, you will no longer need to hold on to anything in the material world. You will recognize that when you are confronted with loss or obstacles, you need only establish new plans and have them ready. So I hope that was helpful, you guys. Yeah, so anyone else out there? I think that was the only, let me make sure. Yeah, okay. All right, well, we're running a little long tonight. We're going to be shutting it down and saying good night. And I can't thank each and every one of you enough for coming and sharing my practice session with me. And I hope you find it useful. And, in the coming years, you'll find this more and more necessary and useful and a good thing to have in your pocket. So with love and respect, I pass it on and hope it does you in as good a stead as it's done me. So without further ado, I'll see you guys next week, man. Thanks again for coming. With love and gratitude, we complete our visit and we send everyone home to where they belong. And we give you our thanks for the wonderful energy, the truth you shared, and our ability to commune and share this energy together. With all gratitude, thanks, and love, and a wish for bliss to the source, say goodnight.